Post this again so that people know. Okay, so now we can finally begin. Oh boy, that was a nightmare. Normally this just works straight off the bat, so I don't know why it's been such a pain in the ass today. Okay, so I guess we'll just start from the top again. So this is my friend Mackie from Hong Kong.
Hello everyone.
Well, why don't you do the introduction again now that people can actually hear you? So tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm a player from Hong Kong, but I moved to Japan right now from 3 months ago, and I started a new job. So I don't have much time to play now, but I still love the games.
Right. So once again, I know I've already asked this, but so can you tell everyone how long you've been playing Big Money games for, just in general?
For 13 years already.
13 years. So you started in 2000, right?
Yes. Start from the first mix.
Well, from the first mix of 2
Yes.
That is incredible. So,
Yes.
so Beat Mania came out in 2000. So you started at home or at the arcades?
I started on the arcade because at that time there's a DDR club. They hold an event in arcade in Hong Kong, and then I started to play it when I went there. So,
Okay. So you started from DDR,
yeah.
and you moved into Beat Mania.
Yes.
It's very common for people in not just Hong Kong, but around other countries to do the same sort of thing. Like they start playing DDR and then they transition into 2DX,
Yes.
which I find quite interesting. Now, most people, I'm pretty sure, who are watching the stream at the moment, they started on home versions because it was really rare to find an arcade with a 2DX machine.
Yes.
So can you tell everybody how many 2DX machines are there in Hong Kong, roughly?
It's about 6 to 7 machines only, but the number of players is much larger than the number of machines. So you need to queue up all the time, no matter weekdays or weekends.
So it doesn't matter, there's always someone playing at the arcades usually.
Yes.
That's really interesting because when I went 2 years ago, I just remember seeing you or somebody similar. Like I usually had to wait for one or two people, but in Mongkok there was no line. I think we were really lucky that they were there. So why don't you tell them a little bit about the machines in Hong Kong? Because obviously you've played in Japan, you played in Hong Kong. What's different between Hong Kong and Japan? Sorry about my cat's So what's some of the differences? Because I know that the American players are very interested in how the machines are. So what kind of machines do you have? What's the quality, etc.?
If you talk about the machines I've usually played in that arcade, there's excellent quality. Yeah, because the buttons are quite soft and the scratch is quite good. You don't need to scratch it very hard. So if you want to play some songs which is very hard, like level 12 or so it's really easy to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know that some arcades they got a very bad 2DX. So then I would never go there. Yeah, but because the number of machines were filled, so everywhere are players.
So are the machines like really well looked after by the arcade owners or by the people who play?
How about the owners?
So the owners listen to the people who go.
Yes, but usually they just listen. So we need to speak out what we want with the repairer. Yes, for someone who gonna repair it, like something the button is not working, we will speak out immediately and let them fix it very soon.
That's really good because I'm pretty sure in America it's a completely different situation where it's mostly like the staff members who really care about Beat Mania that go and fix it. And in Australia, the local community players are the ones who uphold the machines because most people probably don't know this, but the Australian machines are owned by Chinese people who have no idea about them. So the community are the people who really input to fix the machine. So it's really good to hear that in Hong Kong.
Yeah, but it depends on your case. Yeah, like we are very familiar with the one who repaired the machine, so we always speak out what we want, and then he tried to speak out with his staff because the owner also didn't know anything about the machines, but they do, so we always speak out. Like, if the button is not working and you don't have any stock, we can have it for you and you can still prefer something like that.
That's really good.
Yeah. But most of the case, just leave the bad machines, just leave it here and don't care about it.
so the worst machines in Hong Kong, like what's the worst thing about them? Like, are the buttons really hard, or is it the monitor, or?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah, some has bad monitors, some has the hard buttons, some of them have bad scratch, returnable. Yeah.
So, okay, in comparison to, like, the most recent machines, because you know how they've all upgraded to the LCD monitors in Japan, has Hong Kong received the same, like, complete upgrade?
No, most of them still CRT monitors, and only one or two have the LCD monitors, but it's still an old machine, not the new one, the Konami release.
Yeah, so you're still using the old machines. Do you have the sensor readers, or do you still have to put the cards inside the machine?
No, they changed to use the sensor already. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's really good, because in Australia we had to get old EMU's cards, and it's similar with America.
I just changed like last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's a very recent thing.
Yes.
So yeah. All right. So I'll move into some of the questions from the 2DX forum, which people wrote. Let's see. I think I went too far down. Okay, so I've already asked about the machines. Now, people are interested in the mindset of Hong Kong players, because you're very, like, separate from us, or from, like, the American and Australian communities. So what sort of mindset do people have for the game? Are they more focused on scoring, or are they more focused on clearing or full comboing? Like, what's more important for the players usually in Hong Kong?
I say usually it is scoring. Because they keep beating the other scores very often and set them as rivals. Because I'm the one who want to get more clear. I'm clearer.
So you're a clearer player over a scoring player.
Most of players just keep beating other scores, so I believe they're scoring rather than clearing.
So it's quite competitive between the players in Hong Kong? Like, there's actually a good rivalry between the players?
Yeah, especially the players which get the Kaiden already. Yeah.
That's an interesting question which I'll ask for everyone here. How many Kaidens do you think there are in Hong Kong?
I think about 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's about 10.
About 10 Kaidens.
Yeah.
So in America there's about, I don't know. Does anybody actually know how many Kaidens there are in America? If you do know, just write it down out of curiosity for comparison. So anyway, so we'll move back. So the level's quite high in Hong Kong. The players actually play.
Yeah, not bad for people who can clear the Jordan. So many people can clear it.
Yeah. So on average, like, if you go to the arcade, what would, like, the average down rank be for a player? Like, if you just went on a random day?
I think it's about 8 to 10.
So between 8 to 10. So the play level is quite high in Hong Kong.
Yes, because most players will just keep putting money and practice.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Interestingly, in Australia, there's only 3 Kaidens. So in comparison to Hong Kong, our level's quite low.
Oh yeah, I think because Australia has some other things to do instead of playing games, maybe. I don't know.
Australians like to play games, but as you know, like the console, there's no more console releases, and it's very difficult for people to get into the game because there's only 3 machines in all of Australia, so it's quite hard, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll move on to another question. Sorry, I can remember it. Is BMS very popular in Hong Kong? BMS. So not regular 2DX, like BMS on the computer and stuff. like LR2?
Yeah, most Titan player also play BMS too, but
Do you
not
play?
very. No, I don't. I don't have such a good computer and a controller to play it, so I usually play in the arcades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. So would you say that a lot of them, warm up to 2DX by playing BMS?
No.
No?
Yep.
Do you
I
think
only
that,
heard once.
do you think that the players mostly play BMS at home or like CS 2DX?
They play both. Most of them are very high quality players. Like they are most are Kaiden or Tam players.
Oh, okay. So most of them will be playing both, not just one or the other. Because I know that a lot of the people here in America or Australia, they choose either I will play BMS or I will play 2DX. But with the HDD, like easily accessible, it's very easy for a lot of people to play arcade style 2DX now. So I think more people are moving towards that at the moment.
Oh yeah, because HDD is quite popular right now, so it's easy to catch up with the other players, especially in Japan.
Now here's an interesting one. Do you play doubles by any chance?
I did play for a few times only. I'm not good at it again. Really not good at it.
Because someone was asking what they think the best style was for doubles charts. Like, have you played regularly or just a little bit?
No, very little. I think only 4 to 5 times in the past, and I didn't play double right now.
I see. Okay, so I'll ask you something. How many times do you normally go and play a week in Hong Kong? Well, we'll say Hong Kong for now because
at least once a week.
At least once a week.
Yeah, because it's very convenient to go to the arcade in Hong Kong. The transportation is very good, so I can go to the arcade after work strictly.
Oh, that's good. So do you usually go with friends or do you meet friends there?
I met lots of friends there. Yes, from 2DX in these 2 years.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, so we always meet in the arcade and play together and have dinner together. We can talk lots of things. So it really changed my life a lot.
Yeah. So you always go with people. I think that's a really good thing. That's something which has changed a lot in Australia because I used to go with a group of friends and we used to go and play together. It was really enjoyable. But a lot of those people have either stopped playing or they've moved overseas or they're doing something else. So we don't really get that opportunity anymore. And I've noticed that over the years, more and more people are starting to stop because they're getting older. Are you seeing the same trend in Hong Kong? Like, are there less people playing now than there were maybe 5 years ago?
Probably now it's less people playing 2DX, but more youngers are playing right now. So I think it will help us to let the games keep going on. Yeah.
I've spoken to some of the local players here, and they think the same thing. Like they've said, there's been a decrease in regular players. Like they don't see as many. But once again, similar to Hong Kong, we don't know about the younger generation.
Yeah.
Actually, something interesting to tell you. I saw a kid, maybe 14 or 15, who almost hard cleared Scorpion Fire. So that was pretty amazing to see.
Yeah.
So you never know. Like, there's a younger generation coming through.
Yes.
So okay, we'll keep moving on with the questions. Once again, I said this before, if you do have any questions that you can think of straight away, please type them in the chat and I'll ask Mackie straight away. Alright, so I want to know about just the players in general. Are they usually very friendly towards one another, or is there this really big idea of, I've got to be the best, I don't really want to talk with the other players or anything like that?
I don't actually. I didn't talk to them too much because there's so many arguments, so sometimes they just keep being the small groups.
So it's mostly small groups. It's not like a large circle.
Not a large circle, not into DX. Yeah, so they just keep beating others or talking about each other. I don't think it's a good thing, but this is just what's happening in Hong Kong.
It's a shame that's happening.
They're always not sharing, they're just getting each other. So I feel a little bit sad on this.
So it's not, because I know in America their community is very close-knit. All the players sort of talk with all of the players, and it's like, I don't know, I think the community in America is a very nice place because it's very supportive. It's not like constantly like, finger pointing or not sharing, everyone tries to help out everyone, which I really like about it. Australia is a little bit different as well, as I've told you and I've told everyone else. It's very closed, like a lot of the people, especially the good players, they don't really talk with other people, or they don't have a very good attitude towards the game, which is really upsetting to see.
Hong Kong seems to become like this. I believe in coming to years, because so many problems came out within this couple months, and the other players are still seems being worse. I hope it will be changed soon, but not very soon right now, I can say.
That's pretty unfortunate.
Yes.
Okay, here's an interesting one. How many female players are there in Hong Kong that are above 10th Dan?
Most female players didn't play right now. It usually is from 9 to 10 or above. I think it's only 5 to 6 left only.
5 or 6 female players?
Yes.
Okay. Are any of them 10th Dans or Kaidans?
Kaidans is only one in Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
There's only one Kaidan female players in Hong Kong. For others, I think only 4 to 5, 10.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
So most of the female players are at 10th Dan level?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's pretty interesting to hear. Most females that play in Australia don't even get to Shodan because they just don't have any interest. That is incredible. What level are you?
Same in Hong Kong.
Really? So most of them just don't really care?
Most girls just do other things rather than playing games in a cave. Or they will play other things, not 2DX.
2DX is a very difficult game for girls to get into, I think.
Yes.
Like, I know that it's like Reflect Beat and U-Beat are a lot more popular.
Yeah, and they have more popular songs, so they can know. I like this song. I never played Straight.
It was the same for my child. She got into Reflect Beat a lot easier because there's a lot of songs that she likes. Danevo is what? Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know what is that? Danevo? Is it more popular in Hong Kong?
Yes.
This is, I think APXN is Dance Evolution.
Yeah.
So you have Dance Evolution in Hong Kong.
Yes, there's about 5 to 7 machines in Hong Kong, and the people keep lining up too. Yeah, wow, but it's quite expensive, so I didn't play much. Yeah, it's about 10 Hong Kong dollars each purchase, so it's about 150 yen.
150 yen.
Yeah.
That's very expensive.
Yeah, but it's a very interesting game.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get into it because I'm not huge on Para. So
I'll just try. I did play 2 times. It's really fun.
I think I'd have fun if I was playing it with mine, but it's not something that I really want to do on my own. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about just the availability of games in Hong Kong, because I know this is getting away from 2DX, but I know that you're part of the IIDX network. So are all of the games that are released in Japan, do they come to Hong Kong?
The music games or?
Yeah, music games.
Hong Kong have most music games, like the Taiko and the all money games except the quiz academic magic.
Which I don't even understand how to do money.
Yeah, I say it's money, but it's not available in Hong Kong.
So every music game is available in Hong Kong, and are they all networked? Are they all on IIDX?
I don't agree with them.
Can you use your card on every machine?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that means everything is networked. That's pretty great. It's very rare to find a machine in America that's networked too.
Oh yeah, I know it's very hard in North America. Yeah.
Whereas
no people care about network.
no, network's very expensive. I had in Australia they offered the networking contracts to my local arcade, but we turned it down because we joined Program Club, which is free. But it's something ridiculous, like $3,000 or $4,000 a month to stay connected.
Wow.
So they obviously couldn't afford that constant fee change.
Okay. I don't think it's cheap for the offer to Hong Kong. So that's why so many arcades keeps closed down in these 30 years.
How many arcades have closed in, say, the last 5 years in Hong Kong?
I think at least 2 or 3, or they just give up the music games to keep the small machines. Yeah, like King of Fighters and things. They rather keep it rather than the music games because the cost is quite expensive to keep those music games having networks or for the big repair.
Yeah, because they're very difficult to maintain. They're very sensitive machines. So I know that my favourite arcade since Century closed, Star City.
Yeah, that's 3 years ago.
Yeah. What's closed as well since then, like music game wise?
What's also very popular to the export in Prince Edward in Hong Kong also gave up all the music games. Yeah.
So what happens to those machines once like they give them away? Do they go to other arcades?
Yes, they will send back to the agent first, and then the agent will help them to spread to the other arcades.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there arcades with more than one 2DX machine at the moment?
If the owner wants to get one more, they can buy it from the agent or rent it from the agent.
Oh, so they mostly rent the machines out as opposed to buying them?
I don't know if the old machine will be rent or buy, but yeah, but it must be cheaper to get it.
I think so too. But are there any arcades with 2 machines in Hong Kong?
2 machines?
Yeah, like 2 2DX machines.
Very few. Most of them just got 1 2DX machine, but the GB is very popular, so most arcades they have 2 or even 6 GB machines.
6? Wow.
Yes, there's arcade in my home which has 6 GB machines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
So it depends on game.
Yeah. Okay, so which arcade in Hong Kong is your favorite? So if anyone from America goes to Hong Kong and you could recommend one arcade to them to check out for music games, which one would it be?
If you love 2DX, I would suggest you go to the Smart Game in Mong Kok. This is on the first floor, but the condition of the 2DX is very excellent. I would say excellent. Most of my friends love to play there rather than go to another arcade in Mong Kok too. But if you want to play all the games in one place, then you can go to the Virtual Zone, which is on 6th floor in Kowloon Bay. The mall called Tapa Plaza.
One of my friends went there and he said it was really good.
All the games are there, so you don't need to go walk around Hong Kong just for the games.
Is it very difficult to get a game there though? Is it busy all the time? In Kowloon Bay.
No, it's very convenient. So yeah. But the condition is not very good, but just convenient. Truly speaking.
That's okay. I mean, they have everything. That's probably the more important thing.
Yes, they have sound footage too.
Okay, so before we should wrap up soon because we've been talking for about half an hour. So tell me where you're staying in Japan. So,
how long?
So where and how long?
I'm staying in Osaka right now, and I hope I can stay as long as I can because I love the gaming cultures and all the things in Japan. It's totally different from Hong Kong. Yeah, I love to exchange with the players in here too.
The players here are. I've noticed most of them are quite nice. It just depends on where you go though.
Yes, I met most of them 5 years ago, and we can still keep contact and play together. So that's a very good experience in my life. Yeah.
That's really good. So most of the players that I've spoken to here, I don't really play with, which is really funny. But yeah, a lot of the players that I've met have been really, really nice.
Yes, and we can keep meeting each other once or twice a year. So it's very good to have such experience.
Okay. Well, one other thing which I wanted to ask: who would you say in Hong Kong? Who would the top ranking player be? Out of curiosity, so that people know, because I know a lot of people are interested in how strong they are.
You mean the name of the player?
Yeah, just the player name.
I think they are very popular. I think everyone knows it because in my memory, the IMC and the DJ Lucky is also very high quality players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so DJ Lucky and DJ, what was it?
IMC. Yeah.
Okay.
They won the top rankers for the Kids of Race and to DX.
Oh wow!
And
so
they also represent Hong Kong to the top rankers in Japan. Like I think 4 to 5 years ago. I can't remember it.
So they went for the 2008 top ranker competition.
Yeah, they went there once, but I'm not sure about when. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. I don't think America has any players which are anywhere near that level.
Just because they have a competition held in Hong Kong, so they can try to competitive with each other, and they can represent Hong Kong to that
that's great.
With the Japan players.
Hopefully, but it's still a long way until.
Although they lost,
It's very hard to play on par with Dolce and all those players. So. But it's good to hear that at least there's some really strong players there.
Yes.
I think at the moment the strongest player in America is a person named TDX Bea, who's a Hawaiian player, and he's just dominating the program's world program side. So yeah, there's no one who's better than him. He's AAA most of the game. He's only he's missing 2 or 3 things. So he's very very good. Another guy who, I don't know if he's in this chat room, but his name's DJ Phoenix. I showed you his card the other day. He's a very, very good player.
Yes.
So, I mean, it would be interesting to see, how they do compared to like IMC and people like that. So,
I think the score is quite competitive with each other.
Yeah, it's really good that there's like that good rivalry and competition, because I know that for a lot of the American players, it's very difficult to stay motivated because they think, oh, everyone is just so good, or there's no one who I can rival with. So it's very tough. But anyway, I guess that'll probably wrap things up. I mean, I don't think there's anything else, unless there's any other questions that people want to ask now, like in the next 2 minutes. Like just write something if you want to hear about it. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. And I think it's been really good for the American people. It's also good because we can talk in English. It's very difficult with Japanese players to try and ask questions.
Oh, really?
They don't really understand what I'm saying. So it's a little bit tough. But I think that's just about it. I'll save this interview and I'll let people know. So thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you for interviewing too. This first time.
No, but it's very fun, and it's great to hear from players all around the world, because I'm sure that a lot of American people aren't very familiar with the Hong Kong scene and how 2DX is in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's good to know that others plays condition or others plays a gaming environment.
So in America, obviously, okay, there's no questions. In America, there are a lot of places which you can go, and you can play 2DX, and the machine quality is quite good at those places, so be reassured that you can do that. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll try and stream sometime in the future. I don't know, I've been very lazy with streaming. Thank you very much everyone, and I will see you later.